Hi there everyone, welcome to Fingers, Thumbs and Fits, and today we are doing the final round 1 match of the contest Aethyrmatika, which sees the Dread Pageant take on the Gorechosen of Dromm. So this should be an interesting match. As always, I've done the setup already, we've drawn the cards, just need to see who's going first. So the Dread Pageant gets some swords and the Gorechosen get a surround. So the Dread Pageant go first. I mean, that would make sense, seeing as how, you know, they do have the speed advantage. So on that note, let's see. We've got 2 big brutes up here, and I think it would be remiss of me to not get them in combat with each other. So we have Slaanesh the Slangor versus the Gore Hulk, which is just a massive brute of a fighter. So Slaanesh is going to charge in. 1, 2, 3. He gets a charge token, and he's going to attack. He gets 3 dice needing swords. And the Gore Hulk needs a shield, which he does not get. So Slaanesh draws first blood, does 2 wounds on the Gore Hulk, who has 6 in total, just out of interest. The Slaanesh has 5, so that's going to be an interesting fight. But of course, Gore Hulk isn't going to take that lying down, so he's going to retaliate in kind. Their melee attacks are kind of similar but reversed. Slaanesh rolls 3 dice and does 2 damage, whereas the Gore Hulk rolls 2 dice and does 3 damage. He has another one where he rolls 4 dice and does 1 damage and has a crit and snare, but it's not going to work unless we're against Hadzu or Glizette, because they're the only 2 that need dodges. So we're going to do the 2 dice with 3 damage. He needs hammers because he's about as subtle as one. And he gets 1. Slaanesh needs a shield. Gets a crit, so he's fine. Okay. I've just realised, actually, after that action step for Slaanesh, automatically get a objective. Score this immediately after an action step if there's a friendly fighter in each territory. Well, Slaanesh is now in enemy territory, so the end of the first turn of the first round, the Dread Pageant get 1 glory. Okay. Hadzu is going to move onto this treasure token. And he's not going to do anything else, but it's now the power step, so he's going to delve. So that's the second turn of the Dread Pageant. The Gorechosen, well, I think the Gorechosen are just going to get stuck in. Again, I apologise, I forgot to tell you what the card decks are being used. The Dread Pageant are using Pillage and Plunder, which is a flex deck, and the Gorechosen, I think it would only be appropriate, they're using Reckless Fury, which is a strike deck. So, yeah. Yes, so, Gorechosen's second turn. They are... who's going to act? Dromm. He's only good, well, the Gorechosen only have a movement of 3, but he's going to charge Glizette, who to him looks small and squishy. I don't know if they are or not. We'll find out. 2 dice needing hammers, however. It does have a ranged attack with that staff. But anyways, 2 dice needing hammers. He gets 1. And Glizette, well, Glizette needs a dodge. They get a shield. So Glizette takes 2 damage and has 1 wound left. Are they going to use... no, they can't use a card at the moment because... yeah, no. Okay, cool. Well, I think Vasilak's going to have to try and save his minion. But Glizette could just move out of the way, which I think they might do. They may be prideful, but they're not stupid. Oh no, actually, we might be able to do something else here. Yeah, actually. Stay there. We will attack Dromm with Glizette. 2 dice needing swords. Doesn't get. But irrespective, after the friendly fighters no, hang on. Oh well, I've done it now. It's if they're in enemy territory. This is me not reading the cards again. Right, okay. Oh. I need a Blood Tithe token for damaging a fighter. This is one of the mechanics for the Gorechosen. If I get 8 blood tokens, then the whole team inspires, which is a scary prospect. Whereas with the Hedonites, it's if there's more damaged fighters than there are undamaged. Okay. Well, that was a bit of a mistake, because Herax is now going to charge Glizette. Me not paying attention, and I think Glizette is going to fall over because of it. 3 dice needing swords. Gets 1, so Glizette needs a dodge. Gets it. Glizette is still alive. And now, for that reason, Glizette is going to move out. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are still in range, so I'm going to use sidestep to move it 1 more, so now they're not in range. And the Gore Hulk is now just going to hit Slake Slash again, because these two can't do anything. So 2 dice needing hammers, and Slake Slash needs a shield, which he gets. It gets. I don't know what gender it is, to be fair. It's hard to figure out on a Chaos Beastman, I guess. Well, they're called Beastmen, but yeah. Anyways, okay, that's the end of round 1, and Glizette has taken 2 wounds, the Gore Hulk has taken 2 wounds, and the Dread Pageant have 1 glory. Have they got any other objectives? The Hedonites, the Dread Pageant, can claim against all odds. Score this in an end phase if an odd numbered treasure token was delved, which it was by Hudzu over there. So they get 1 glory for that. Don't get that one, but what have we got here? Right, well, they can get the Gorechosen can get one, Arena Mortis. Score this in an end phase if all fighters in the same territory have charge tokens, or they're in enemy territory, and their total bounty characteristic is 4 or more. Well, it is 4. So they get 2 glory for that. So they've just drawn. Do they get this last one? No. Okay, so 2 more objectives for Dread Pageant. And 1 more for the Gorechosen. And are we going to, well, we're going to draw at least 1 card for the Dread Pageant. We're going to discard 1 and we're going to draw 2. Okie dokie. And what about for the Gorechosen? They're going to discard 3 because they don't need any upgrades at the moment. I was considering possibly using 1 for the first time ever, but no. So 2 upgrades and a ploy. We are going to take these away. And we're going to see who goes first now. So the Dread Pageant and the Gorechosen. The Gorechosen is still quite slow. We are going to go with Vasilek first, I think. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. He's going to move on to that treasure token and attack Herax. So he needs 2 dice needing hammers. Doesn't get any, unfortunately. In this power step, firstly, we're going to use Sudden Blast. Pick an enemy fighter adjacent to a friendly fighter, give that enemy fighter a stagger token. Well, it's going to be Gorehulk. Are they going to retaliate? Nope. And so now these guys are going to delve. Well, he's going to delve. Which means that he's on a cover token now, so he counts as being guarded. Oh no, if I want a cover token, it means that surrounded rolls count. So, as saves. So, yeah, that was the first turn for the Dread Pageant. Wasn't so successful, but it could have been worse. Yeah. So now we're going to attack with the Gorehulk again. He's attacking Slake Slash. And yeah, we can't do anything other than attack at the moment. They haven't really got any surge abilities. Right, well that's 2. Doesn't save it, and his normal attack doesn't have a crit ability. So I'm going to push Slake Slash back. And are we going to follow up? I mean, being a Khorne character, you'd think they would. I mean, it kind of defeats the purpose, but yeah. So Slake Slash takes 2 damage. And we get another Blood Tithe counter for doing damage. So back to the Dread Pageant. Herax is going to, oddly enough, is going to charge, but it's just going to move around and charge. and attack Vasilek. 3 dice needing swords. Wow. Shield. Nope. So much for being on a cover token. He's taken 2 damage. Another blood tithe token. Shouldn't have done that, should he? Yeah, it would have been the Hedonite's turn. Okay, well we'll do the Hedonite's turn now and then we'll give them another turn in a minute. So Slake Slash is going to attack the Gorehulk back. We are going to, yeah, attack with Slake Slash. 3 dice needing swords. Crit. Need a shield. He gets it. But I'm going to play Prideful Duelist. Play this immediately after the friendly fighter's attack if the attacker is in enemy territory, which Slake Slash is just. Heal that fighter. So he heals a point of damage. And because then the Gorechosen already took their turn, we're going to go back to the Hedonites. Although the Gorechosen are going to play a power card for their power step. They're going to play Braced. Pick a friendly fighter. Give that fighter a charge token. Oh, he's no longer staggered. And I'm actually going to give it, strangely, to Herex. Right. Dread Pageant. We're going to move Hudzu. He's going to charge. 1, 2. He's going to move to there. And he's going to shoot Herex. He'll only do 1 damage, but 1 damage is better than no damage. He needs swords. Oh, and that one counts because he's technically flanked. So Herex is taking damage. He needs a shield. But yes, he's still taking damage. Oh, they can be pushed back. Okay. We're going to push him back then. And he's taken a point of damage. He's got 4 wounds. Right. So now back to the Gorechosen. Dromm is going to charge. Charge counter for Dromm. And he's going to attack Vasilek. Dromm gets 2 dice, needing hammers. And Vasilek is going to need a crit to survive this. It's a dodge, which is not what he needs anyway. So Vasilek has actually been taken out by the Gorechosen. So not only do they get 3 glory for that, but they also get 3 blood tithe tokens. Because they get if you kill an enemy fighter, you get the amount of their bounty. Right. Hedonites then. Slake Slash is going to attack the Gorehulk, repeatedly battering him. well, they're both battering each other, really. Not really getting it ahead at all, either of them. He needs swords, so that crit counts. And the Gorehulk needs a shield, which he does not get. So we've got one more than he has, so we're going to move him back. And oh, he's taken 2 damage. So there's 2 wounds left. It is now, however, the Gorechosen's turn, and well, only the Gorehulk can do anything, so he has to charge. And he's going to attack Slaanesh back. So that was a little bit pointless, but I mean, it is what it is. 2 dice needing hammers. There's one. And we need a shield for Slaanesh, which he doesn't get. And I can't do anything to... I can't do anything to mitigate that, so he is in fact actually taking 3 points of damage. So he has 1 wound left. We're just going to have to hope that he can take out the Gorehulk in the next turn. Oh, well, he's going to have to hope, rather. So that's the end of turn, well, round 2. Have we got any objectives? We've got Desolate Homeland for the Dread Pageant. Score this in an end phase if there are 1 or fewer treasure tokens in friendly territory. Well, there aren't any, so they get 1 for that. And what about the Gorechosen? Blood-based Rampager they get if a friendly fighter has 2 or more charge tokens. So that's 1 for that. But they also get Bloody Momentum as well. Score this in an end phase if 2 or more friendly fighters with a total bounty characteristic of 4 or more have charge tokens and are in enemy territory. Well, Dromm and Herax are. And they both have charge tokens. So that's another 2 for the Gorechosen. Did they get their last one? No. So, end phase card. Refresh the Dread Pageant. We're going to discard 1 and they get to take another 3. Which will all upgrades. And the Gorechosen are going to discard 2 and take 3 as well. All upgrades. And we need to refresh the objectives. So 1 for the Dread Pageant and 2 for the Gorechosen. Now this is where the Dread Pageant really need to get the first time. Right, so the Dread Pageant, get a hammer. Gorechosen, get us around. Yes, so the Dread Pageant go first. And Slaanesh is going to try and finish off the Gorehulk. So 3 dice. If this is successful, the Gorehulk will be taken out. Needs hammers. Sorry, needs swords. But I'm going to use Brash Scout, which is a surge card. Play this immediately after you make an attack roll for a fighter in enemy territory, which he is just. Reroll 1 dice in that attack roll. If you're the underdog, you can reroll each dice. So basically, well, I am the underdog. I say I am. The Dread Pageant is. So they're basically going to reroll all of them. And gets 1. Still. Needs a shield. Gets it. That is not good for Slake Slash. Oh, hang on, I didn't take these charge tokens away, did I? I'm actually going to use now in the power step. I'm going to use a ward scroll ability for the Dread Pageant called Swift as Desire. Use this in a power step. Push each damaged friendly fighter 1 hex, which is going to be Glazette. He's going to come up onto here, and Slake Slash is going to be pushed backwards. So yeah, I think that's all I'm going to do. That's all I can do. So to the Gorechosen now then. I think, to be fair, the Gore Hulk is going to try and take out Slake Slash. Well within his ability to do so. Two dice, needing hammers. Doesn't get any of them. Do they have an ability to do anything there? No. Right. So Slake Slash has a reprieve, but Dromm is going to try and take him out instead. So 2 dice needing hammers. There's 1. Slake Slash needs a shield, or in fact a flank. He gets the shield. He's saving very, very well. In fact, to the extent he's going to attack again, he needs to take the Gore Hulk out. Neither the Gore Hulk nor Dromm can actually attack anymore, so Slake Slash is going to try and take out the Gore Hulk. Swords. Well, he is flanked, so that counts. Shield. Gets it. That is insane. And again, I can't do anything about that. However, I am going to use another War Scroll ability, which is going to be Drown in Pain. Give each damaged fighter a guard token. So Slake Slash gets a guard token, and Glazette gets a guard token. Okay guys, sorry about that. I got a little bit confused and a little bit ahead of myself. I just rewatched the footage back, so sorry for the edit there. I realised that after Slake Slash attacked the Gore Hulk and then moved back, the Gore Hulk charged, and then Dromm charged. So I actually did 2 Gorechosen turns back to back, which means the Hedonites haven't actually had another turn yet. So they're going to do that, and that's going to consist of Slake Slash attacking the Gore Hulk, which, of course. So hopefully my mistake won't cost them. So once again, apologies guys, I just kind of got a bit ahead of myself. But anyways, yes, Slake Slash is attacking the Gore Hulk. Well, we've got a crit, so that helps. The Gore Hulk needs a shield. Gets a crit. Okay, right. Now we're back to how we should be. Now Herax is going to move. Hang on, are we going to do any... Yes, we are going to. Oh, I gave the. Did I use, what was that? I gave the. Oh, that was the War Scroll ability, wasn't it? They gave him a guard token. Yeah. Okay. I can't do any more right now. Yes, I can. I'm going to use Wary Delver. Pick a friendly fighter, well, with any charge tokens. Okay, I can't use that then, because I haven't got any charge tokens. Okay, so yes, Herax is going to attack 1, 2, 2, 3. Well, he can also attack Slake Slash. Probably the better idea. Because Slake Slash is very much wounded. 3 dice needing hammer, needing swords. Slake Slash is now surrounded. Gets 1. But Slake Slash now needs a shield. Saves it. Wow. This thing is rolling very, being very lucky. He could have re-rolled that anyway because of the guard token, but still, once again, for the final turn, Slake Slash is going to try and take out the Gore Hulk. This is a proper war of attrition between these big guys. We've got 2 other guys hanging off this Slangor, and it's still fighting the big guy. Needing swords. This is insane. Right, well, those 2 don't count because he's not flanked. Needs a shield. Doesn't get it this time. That's 2 damage. That is the Gore Hulk taken out. And the last turn of the 3rd round for the Hedonites. Now, we are going to, for the final turn, Herax, because he can attack now, even though he's got a charge. Because everybody in that warband has, so somebody has to do something. He's going to turn around and he's going to attack Hadzu. So that's 3 dice. He's got a ranged attack. 3 dice needing swords. He gets 1. Hadzu needs a dodge, which he doesn't get, so Hadzu takes a point of damage, but they wouldn't have been able to take him out. Well, he could have taken out Slake Slash, I guess. Well, we've done that now. So, okay, that's the end of the game. And, well, actually, in the end phase, the Dread Pageant don't get any more objectives. The Gorechosen do get 1 more, Red Aftermath. Score this in an end phase if the total bounty characteristic of slain enemy fighters is 2 or more, or Vassalax is 3. So they get that one for 1. They also get this one, Unrelenting Massacre. Score this in an end phase if all fighters have charge tokens, which they do. And this has properly taken them over the edge now. So far, before those objectives, they were only winning by 1. Now, the Gorechosen have won a considerable victory over the Dread Pageant. The Dread Pageant have 7 glory, the Gorechosen have 12. So the Gorechosen advance to round 2, and the Dread Pageant are eliminated. So, that's the end of round 1. We've got our victors, we have our fallen. So, be sure to join me next week when we commence round 2. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you join me then. But until then, keep on adventuring, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.